Oh, what is going on, one and all? Welcome to On Screen Live. My name is Andrew Jupe, and I'm here alongside two other buds of mine whose asses are still numb from sitting in movie theater seats for a week. We have, of course, Eric Siska.
Oh yes, we'll be talking about the film festival today. I can't wait.
What's that? What's the accent you're doing? What is that?
It's my pretentious accent.
This is
how
club voice.
when we go to the film festival, we talk like this, of course.
Yes.
We did? Oh, wow.
We dress up. We do our very best Peter Bogdanovich voices.
That's why you had those ascots on every day. Okay, now I understand. I was kind of, a little weirded out by that, but, good stuff.
And, of course, everybody's favorite dumbass Scott, Chris Cabin.
Hello there, everybody.
How are you? How are you, Chris?
Oh, I'm good.
We had a time in Toronto. It was nice getting up to Canada last week. Kind of crazy that it's already been a week since. Well, this was I guess our last full day a week ago in Toronto. We came back on Tuesday, but it was awesome. We got to hang with some buds up there. Of course, Josh Lewis and Jamie Miller of the Sleazoids podcast were our men on the ground, our Canadian buds on the ground in Toronto. Spent a lot of time with them watching movies. It's a great festival. If you've ever thought about attending, there's tons of ticketed things. You can go see stuff. The city's alive. It's hopping. There's good food. There's good cocktails. Eric and I figured that out the hard way.
There's a lot of smart movies that we'll be discussing.
So many smart movies. I'm so jealous of your ascot, dude, by the way. It looks awesome.
I just bought a lot of them. I don't know why. I don't know when I'll ever wear them, but maybe this is going to start happening.
You know what? Whatever, dude. We've got the new Craven tier. We're going to be doing a lot more video stuff. I got a feeling those ascots, they're just getting warmed up.
Oh, yes.
But horror does not allow for much of the ascot wear. You don't get dressed up for horror, I feel like.
Oh, is that right?
It is right.
I guess you haven't watched any of these elevator horror movies that I've
Elevator.
Did you say elevator?
Elevator.
Yes, he certainly did.
The lift, if you will.
Lifted.
Yeah. Elevator horror. It's going down.
Yeah.
No, Chris, of course, you're missing one, man. The godfather of horror, Vincent Price, that dude never met an ascot he didn't love.
I guess that's true. I mean, yeah, he's dead and all, but yes.
He's dead and all. Well, someone's got to take it up. Someone in the chat saying Bruce Campbell wears ascots. Is that true?
Oh, good for him. That's a nice
go.
transition. I like that.
Speaking of which, in the chat, of course, hello, y'all in there. Good buds, Bucyrus87, TJ Gaines, John Carrot, James Harris, GB, AOPW Figures, I'm So Rachel, Dash Coom, Jake Wardlow, our good friend, the talented artist Felipe Sobrero in the chat, of course, the Comfy Panda, love that. Welcome in, y'all, welcome in, come on in. We got 10 movies that we're going to talk about. We should say we tried to see as much as we could together. Eric and I saw a bunch together. Chris Cabin, you're a fucking lone wolf, man. You go off and you do your own thing. But also, Chris Cabin, struck down by a bit of the tummy bug this trip to Toronto.
I did. So the day I got in, I ate a sandwich, and then I had a sandwich in the morning. One of these two sandwiches is to blame for me getting taken down for at least one full day. It actually ultimately only made me miss 2 movies I had on my list because I got to see No Other Choice. Later, they put in a second screening for it, so I did get to see it finally. But yes. I only actually lost 2 movies out of this, so I was kind of happy with that.
Well, this is the problem of eating a sandwich. Now, that is a very, very small person type of food. You understand?
This is the cigarettes finally catching up to you, huh? This is how
I don't smoke. Steve Sadak smokes. Don't slander me. I smoke when he smokes, which I'm never around him, so it's fine.
Sure. Seeing something in the chat. Hoping we talk about one of the movies up there. TJ Gaines says they just want to hear about the John Candy doc. None of us saw it. It's you kind of knew exactly what it was going to be, and not to say that that's bad. It's just you got to plan your TIFF watching accordingly. So yeah, I'm sure that's going to be on TV. And listen, good response, and nothing against the movie or Colin Hanks or anything like that.
I skipped it. It sounded too sweet for my tastes.
Didn't want to be crying in the theater, Muffy.
No.
No sugar with your tea.
That's right.
TJ Gaines pointing out what the joke we were making all the time up there when Chris was sick. Homer, are you still eating that giant sandwich? Yes, that's We went right to it. Don't worry about that. Someone else pointing out Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers himself, also wore an ascot. I think that's the Scooby guy. Yes. Oh, that Fred Rogers. Yes, the animated Fred Rogers did.
Nice. Yeah.
American broadcasting hero, Mr. Rogers. I don't think sweaters only.
Sweater man, just a plain old sweater man.
Bit of a sweater man. And TJ Gaines points out, Amazon Prime is releasing the John Candy film on 10/10, so there you go. You can find out for
Coming
yourself.
right up.
It's already coming, yes. And by the way, you should watch this on video, youtube.com. Hit that live button and check it out, because you're missing an ascot. I got an ascot.
Where did the accent go? What happened to the accent?
Well, you can't, dude. Come on, Chris. You can't call him out on it.
I'm gonna have to. Come on. I thought that was his voice now.
Oh, all right. We were just having fun at the top of the show. I will speak normally now. You see, I'm a bit of a secret agent, Chris. I have many personalities.
Because we saw a movie about that.
That is right. The new one from Kleber Mendonça, Fijo, the secret agent. Felipe, I know you just fucking cringed at how I pronounce this great director's name. So in the chat, spell it out phonetically, buddy, how I can say this dude's name appropriately. But yes, this is the guy, of course, the director of Bacurau from 2020 or so. And then he, of course, had the great doc, which sort of plays into this movie, Pictures of Ghosts, which we caught at New York Film Festival a few years ago. Chris Cabin, this is one of the few that you actually saw with me and Eric, so take it away, a little capsule description of what this movie's about.
I mean, this is about a man who is in a little bit of hot soup with the powers that be in Brazil.
In the 1970s, by the way.
In
so
the 1970s. One of we found out the year is it 1977?
1977, the magic year of movies at TIFF. Yes.
Yeah, there's like 5 movies. There's like 5 movies at TIFF that take place in 1977.
So
big year, I guess. But in Brazil, he goes back to hopefully get his son, who's been staying with his grandparents,
right,
before leaving the country and hopefully finding political asylum elsewhere. This all swarms around what is happening while that is happening, what caused him to live this kind of life, and also there's a jump to the future every once in a while to show you how his legacy has panned out in the long term. I think it's kind of his biggest movie. If you've been following this guy for a while, Neighboring Sounds as a very modest movie but incredible movie. Pictures of Ghosts, similar. This and Bacurau are the two that I'm like, wow, this guy has a lot to do. This guy can do quite a lot.
It's good. It's very good, but I had issue with the jumps to the future, which is the present time. You got this 70s intrigue kind of movie, and then you jump ahead of into the now, and it's like podcast girlies trying to figure it out, and it just it kind of forced myself. It forced me from liking it completely. I liked it a lot. There's Udo Kier's in it, which I always love, but I just couldn't get with that framing device, really.
I kind of agree with you, Eric, and I think if it was more used as just like a coda at the end of it, someone's been researching this true crime tale the whole time, and then you're just kind of out, but like the winging back and forth, and I was so keyed into like the 70s stuff, and he does a great job of getting stuff like period appropriate. That kind of took me out of it, but I loved the connection to Pictures of Ghosts. Like, again, his love of his hometown and the way that he puts it on film here once again. And if you remember that doc, right, he talks about, being a kid and knowing that one projectionist who worked at the theater, and he was like a squat little fat old man. And there's like a dude in this movie kind of playing that guy, which I thought was kind of nice. So it's sort of like I don't know. It's a really cool, I think it's kind of a cool movie, but yeah, that whole, the forward stuff not working for me.
I will stick up for the forward stuff. I do think it makes his point all the more at the end of the movie that, like, even in this time of political turmoil, you were allowed to go and fantasize in the movies. You were allowed to do that. And where at the end of it, we find out the movie theater is now a blood bank. And like that just tells you everything you think you know. And to me, it didn't dilute it. It kind of like separated it from just being merely genre. Like I know this guy can do just genre. That's essentially what I think Bacurau is. A great example of it, but like it is pure. It feels more purely genre than this one does. This, I feel like he is trying to reach back and see like this stuff. It does go forward. Like it's not like this stuff stops at the end of the time period in which you see it. There are effects of it that go way down the line. And I didn't think it came up that much. Like the girls listening to the research tapes, there was like I felt like maybe 3 scenes. It didn't bother me that much, I guess.
Yeah. Should say also, I believe this is Brazil's submission for the Academy Awards.
I think they just said that, yeah.
Could be something. It's picked up here by Neon, so they are no stranger to winning Academy Awards, but they're also no stranger. I mean, awards, whatever, they're great and all. Speaking of which, Emmys last night. Congratulations to our bud Ballard C. Boyd winning an Emmy for directing on the Colbert show. One last rodeo for those dudes. That was very cool to see.
Yeah.
They besides awards, Neon just knows how to release a movie, so they are gonna get this movie out here. Like I have down there, it's limited on 11/26. It will expand the 5th of December. So look out for this one. It's really good. This guy is a really great filmmaker. I'm kind of now like, I thought it was going to happen after Bacurau, but it didn't. He went back, to Brazil and made this documentary. Now he's made this other movie in Brazil. Also, Aquarius is another great movie of his.
Really good. Yeah.
I'm kind of curious, like, if this is the one. It's like, okay, you got Neon here. It's a big push. If he does some sort of American language movie, if he starts working with American actors, that'd be kind of interesting to see if he gets pushed into that.
Yeah, I can't wait to see his Marvel movie.
I'm not saying that. No. Seriously. I would love to see a trajectory of like I've liked a lot of Bong Joon-ho's English language stuff. So like that kind of a direction. Yeah, not Chloe Zhao right to Marvel movies, small filmmaker, small movies, just different actors. That's all. But yeah, that was like one of the first things we saw at the fest. I think it was second day, and it worked.
I was still okay. I was not sick yet.
You had yet to get that egg salad sandwich disaster. Yeah. So next one, this was just myself and Eric caught this guy. I think did we watch this with the Sleazoids boys? I can't remember. The new one from Romain Gavras here, Sacrifice.
Yes, I believe we saw it with Josh of Sleazoids. This is my review is Volcano of Sadness. So if you liked Triangle of Sadness, here's that again, but I think better done than Triangle.
Yes, no, I totally agree. I think, Volcano of Sadness is a great way to put it. It is like, another sort of like poking at the rich and powerful, trying to do good things in the world. It is, just really quickly, is about an environmental summit that's happening in Greece, and an eco-terrorism group sort of takes over the affairs and kidnaps 3 of the people participating in the summit, one of which is Chris Evans as this kind of like Hollywood washout guy, like used to be a big deal, and then he had like a public flub, and now he's trying to make this comeback as like a guy who's doing good with his platform, and he's just like a doofus actor in a way.
He's really good in it. Throughout this festival, there's actors who have surprised me, and this is one of them, because he's charming and affable, and he is sort of lampooning his own fame. Like he was an actor in the Octavius series. It's sort of like a superhero thing.
Yeah.
He's paired up with the eco-terrorist Almond Taylor-Joy, and she's good too. But like, there's certain, it's not perfect by any means. I don't think this film.
Yeah. I don't think it's perfect, but it's definitely better than Triangle of Sadness in the sense too that I felt with Triangle of Sadness, I think I maybe liked it a little more than you, but it felt like that movie was pumping the brakes every 10 minutes so people could, like, in the movie could stop and look at the camera and be like, does everybody remember what this movie's about?
Yes, exactly.
And that's like kind of just like his deal, Ostland. But this is like a little more, they set it up, you get what the idea is, but then the movie just gets to go. And because it's not stopping, it actually gets to go to some more interesting places than I feel Triangle of Sadness goes. And it's not trying to like, are you paying attention? This is what it's about. This is what I'm saying. You know, it's not that at all. It's very funny. Vincent Cassel is playing like a
Jeff Bezos-esque.
yeah,
kind of,
like a Bezos
just a billionaire.
Apple. Who's the Apple dude that's dead?
Jobs.
Steve.
Yes.
Yeah, because he's doing like a black collar shirt thing.
He got a new job, I heard, pushing up daisies.
Yeah, pushing.
Excellent. That dude's been dead for 10 years, but sure.
That's why I could say it. You know,
Sure.
it's enough time has passed. We can have a little levity in our lives again.
Can I ask you, have either of you seen a Romain Gavros, son of Costa Gavros? Have you seen any of his movies before?
I have not, Chris. Have you?
Let me see.
I'd seen a couple because I thought this would go straight to Netflix because they did Athena, his last
Yes.
one. But I've been following the Cassell thing struck me because one of his first movies, if not his first movie, Our Day Will Come, which is about a revolution of gingers.
Okay.
Quite something. It has Vincent Cassel in it. He's like the big star of it.
Oh, yeah. Well, Cassell was also in... Is he The World Is Yours? That's another one of his movies.
That sounds right, yes.
Cassell's great in it. He's married to Salma Hayek in the movie. He's like sort of hosting the big event that's going on. It goes to some really interesting places. And I think ultimately what the movie's doing is sort of, it's Gavras saying like, hey, established older rulers of this society, like you may look at an idea that like the youth has as to how to fix things, and you may think it's stupid, but it's actually the right thing to do. It just so happens that I feel I'm reading this message through a story about these eco-terrorists believing that if they throw 3 people into a volcano, they will close it and seal it and prevent the world from ending, right? But it's this notion of like, oh my God, that's so crazy. You think you could stop the volcano by throwing people into it? Will that work? You know, whatever. And so I think he's using the film to say something kind of cool, and it looks great. You got an 11th hour John Malkovich in this movie.
Yeah.
Looking glorious, man.
Sort of underutilized, but it was nice to see him all the same.
Yeah. No, I need at least like 10 minutes more Malkovich in this movie. But you know, overall, very watchable, not too long. It's under 2 hours. Says what it has to say. Looks real pretty while it's doing it. Got some great performances.
I'm going to be looking forward to it.
Yeah,
because,
Charlie XCX does a whole musical number in it.
Oh,
I could see you hating it, Chris. So
really,
I'm very curious of your thoughts.
I am looking for a reason to like Chris Evans again after sitting through Materialists. I'm scrambling, baby. So if he's doing good, I'd like to see it.
It's worth it for him, I think. But I was sort of I was just okay with the film. So
yeah, I think. Yeah, regardless how you feel overall about like the success of it, I think even folks I've been reading on Letterboxd who didn't like it, I think people are still saying like, look, Evans is actually still good in the movie. And it is nice because I think it's probably the most interested I've been him doing a non-Steve Rogers thing since Knives Out, maybe, which he's really great in, but like, you know, that the Captain America sort of just consumed his career. So it is cool to see him excel in other areas. Oh, also want to highlight him because he's very funny and it's a pretty decent sized role. Playing his like agent or manager or whatever is Sam Richardson. Ooh. That dude continues to be a 10 out of 10. He's so freaking funny in the movie.
Love that guy.
Yeah. So this one kind of interesting. I was surprised going into it. No U.S. distribution. But you know, someone will pick this up. It's too stacked of a cast, and it looks too good for someone to, not pick it up at some point and try to make some money off it. As far as like if it's some sort of award show contender thing, I don't think so. You know, I was kind of getting the vibe of Chris. What was the movie I believe it was last year. I believe it played New York Film Festival. It was a big deal. Sort of end times kind of rich people thing, and it was a musical.
Oh, The End.
Yes. This sort of has vibes of not the movie itself, but like as far as where it could go, which is to say, kind of nowhere. So keep your eyes peeled for it. I don't know who winds up.
Neon had The End. I might be wrong on that.
I don't recall who wound up having it. in the end. I also never wound up seeing it. Something I did wind up seeing though, and man, Chris, bummer you fucking missed this one, dude. We are talking Motor City. This is a wild new movie starring, of course, Alan Ritchson. You know him better as Reacher. And this is, I'd never heard of this director before, Patsy Panacroli, but he's done a couple of interesting looking movies, but this is the latest one. And this is a movie that falls into a new budding subgenre that overall I have not been crazy about, or at least maybe 50-50. But we're talking, of course, these dialogue-free movies, or mostly dialogue-free movies. So there was that the Caitlin Dever movie from a couple years ago where she's running around with a bunch of gleep-glops trying to get her, and she doesn't talk at all through that. There was the animated film with the robot and the dog, Robot Dreams, I think it was called. Beautiful version of this. So it's Alan Ritchson doing this. He plays a guy who is just off jail. He just got his parole finished up. New man. He's got a babe by his side. They're just engaged to be married. That's Shailene Woodley is playing the fiance there. And wouldn't you know it, he gets framed for having drugs in his car by a scumbag detective played by Pablo Schreiber. And it just sort of destroys his world. He goes to jail. And it's a whole revenge tale.
It's so good. I gotta say,
man.
it's like a giant music video. I could see people either really vibing with it or really not vibing with it. I vibed with it. It's got incredible violence. Some of the best on-screen kills I've seen in a long, long time. I was just totally locked in on this one, and I'm a Reacher fan of this is going to be definitely a new. Your dad's going to be throwing a beer can at the TV watching this one. That's how good it is.
It is. Yeah, dude, actually, I think, Eric, saying that it's like a feature-length music video is the way to position it so people can, like, go in and, like, watch it the right way almost. Because also we should say the needle drops in this movie are all curated by Jack White, which is amazing.
Who has a cameo in the film as well.
Yes, he does. He's tickling the ivories at one point. Always neat seeing him pop up in a movie. But yeah, it is a non-stop ride. Like once it gets going, you're in it. I was in it, and I didn't mind the violence or the. Well, I didn't mind the violence, but I
wouldn't be surprised if you did.
Can you imagine me like, oh my god, it was so violent.
Ew!
Oh, it was gross. He got shot right in the teeth. No, but the what was I gonna say? Oh, the lack of dialogue did not bother me because the movie it does its best to sort of make it as believable as possible, right? So like in that Caitlin Dever movie, which is well made, but like I just found it so preposterous that no one was running around going, "There's fucking aliens! Oh my god, there's fucking aliens!" Like, because you would be doing that, right? But she's just like running around and aliens are chasing her and she's like it's very cartoonish. This is like someone's getting yelled at by their superior at the police station and a door closes. You know what I mean? So like they're talking, but you don't hear it. They do their best to get around it so it doesn't appear as goofy as it could.
Yeah, you see people talking, you just don't hear it exactly.
Okay, so that's my question. Because is it just he's quiet, or is it that the whole world?
The whole world.
It's one of those no dialogue movies. So
there's like 8 or 10 lines maybe in the movie, more so towards the end. But I found it to be effective when someone does say something, you kind of sit up in your seat.
Yeah, because I was gonna say the one that I saw that you guys didn't get to see, The Furious, has a deaf guy as the Mao Shi from the Eye for an Eye movies is the main guy. He doesn't say anything throughout the movie. Joe Taslim comes in and is kind of the guy who talks, but that world otherwise is very loud.
Oh yeah, no. Anything. This is one of those like there's purposely no dialogue in it, where it kind of
gotcha.
It's all just like visual storytelling. And I have to say, funny enough, speaking of Eric, you saying you're a Reacher fan, I went into this movie having not seen Reacher, and I, looking at his filmography, like I think I'd seen Alan Ritchson in very little, or like just like tiny role. Like he's got a tiny role in Catching Fire, a Hunger Games movie. He's got a tiny role in Fast X.
Well, I learned through watching Motor City and being like, what else has he been in besides Jack Reacher, the TV show.
Right.
Turns out he played Raphael in those Michael Bay Turtles movies.
Oh no.
He did mocap and voice, apparently.
Oh boy.
That's so crazy.
Jack Raphael,
So crazy.
great.
But so I was like unaware of him really as a main stage actor, and I didn't see the Guy Ritchie movie, the Gentlemanly Warfare, or whatever it was. So I went into this and I was like, holy crap! Like, he is such an expressive actor. Like, that face, man. Like, he doesn't need to be saying anything in this movie. And what I kept thinking about was how, like, if you had more dialogue in the script for a movie like this, for the story that you're telling, we'd probably all be sitting here like, oh, well, it's just another revenge crime movie. It's filled with some of the worst, like, stock dialogue you've ever... Because, like, it is a... They put me in jail and framed me, and he took my lady, and now I'm going to get revenge. So it's like, it's very stock in that way, but the way that the story unfolds, because he's not like, I'm going to get revenge on Ben Foster. Like, he has to use his face, and he uses these great expressions, and, like, he is just such a hulking motherfucker. Like, my God.
Yeah.
He's one of the biggest dudes I've ever seen in a movie that's not Andre the Giant. Like, it's wild.
If this movie's a hit, if people love this type of thing, I think this could cement him as, like, the next Arnold Schwarzenegger. Let's get this guy breaking necks in big budget movies.
Hell yeah, dude. Absolutely. And to the Reacher thing also, I went back to the hotel one of the nights we were there after talking about this movie or whatever, and I started watching Reacher. Dude, Reacher's awesome.
The first season of Reacher is so fucking good, and
that's what I'm in right now. Yeah,
kind of suck. Like,
I thought the third was better,
okay.
But the second I thought was quite a nosedive. But one is great, and 3 I'll take it.
True detective lineage, you know. That's how it goes.
But yeah, so no distribution on this, which is kind of wild. You know, I'm thinking about this could have been like an easy sort of pickup for A24 to kind of put out. But you know, I don't know, because I was thinking, didn't they have the Ben Wheatley Free Fire movie, which this sort of reminded me of a little bit. But in any case, keep your eyes peeled for Motor City. You know, who knows what's going to happen with it.
Somebody put out Old Henry, which is the only other movie I know this guy directed.
Oh, that's the one with Tim Blake Nelson.
Yes,
it's like kind of a Western. Not a bad movie, actually.
Pretty fun. It's pretty fun.
Yeah. And then he had something else that actually kind of looked... Oh, yeah. He had something that looked pretty decent, actually, from just last year. Greedy People with JGL and I believe it's Hamish Patel is in the movie, too. Yeah, it's the two of them, Lily James, Uzo Adoba, Tim Blake Nelson again, Simon Rex, Jim Gaffigan.
It's a very nice cast.
Pretty huge cast, and I was like, where did this movie go last year? Like 2024, I'm looking at it on Letterboxd, like, what the heck happened? Like, nobody has seen this movie, unless it's like, was it buried and people can't see it? I have no idea, but like,
very boring.
None of my friends, like on Letterboxd or anything, have seen it, so I don't know what the deal is. But anyway, this is a really coolly directed movie. It is just needle drops and action and big beefcakery, you know, and Shailene Woodley and Ben Foster too, as Reacher's wife and Reacher's nemesis, respectively. They're great. Ben Foster, freaking
really
terrifying.
Oh my
man.
God! And like, you know, the way you get around like not having dialogue for every scene, it's like Ben Foster visits him in jail and looks at his handcuffs and goes,
"Yeah, yep,
oh,
yeah, oh, you're in jail."
Yeah, it's so good.
Really, really cool movie. Keep your eyes peeled for it. All right, we got to keep going here. We got some more movies to get to. This next one, it's another one, Chris Cabin, we all saw together. It's the new one from Park Chan-wook, my friend. No other choice if you want to take it away on this one.
This is classic Park Chan-wook territory. This man he has a very nice job at a paper company that he loses, which kind of destabilizes his entire world. His his house is going to go up for sale. His marriage is kind of on the rocks. He's getting distant from his children. So he's kind of panicking to find a way to get a new job and to become the best candidate for a job. And the best way he knows how to do that is to kill the two guys who are definitely better and more suited for his exact position before going into a job, a big interview for it sounds like the last paper company on earth from the way he talks about it.
Dude, yeah, I don't know what is going on with like the paper industry in South Korea or whatever, but it is, they could have called this movie like The Last Factory or something. Like, I've got no idea the stakes of this. Yeah.
But it's I mean, anybody who likes Park Chan-wook stuff, this is classic. I mean, he is doing Andrew, you rightly called it his The Trouble with Harry. It's very funny and clumsy. That's something that I don't think he's really played with before, is how clumsy this character is, and how, like, I mean, it's brilliant because he's like, being a murderer is a foolish endeavor. It's a stupid thing to do. You're going to make an ass out of yourself before you even get into the morals of the thing. You look like an idiot. And like, and honestly, that's great. I think that's a brilliant idea. Like, it really does underline to me how useless violence is to me.
Yeah. It's great.
But like, I know you guys were over the moon for it too.
Yeah, it's like a little like Hitchcockian with the murder plot, but so much comedy as well. I really, really loved it. I think it's one of my favorite of the year.
Yeah, no, same with me. Yeah, it's like I've always gotten, he's got big Hitchcock vibes in most of his movies. I mean, even Stoker's based on the same book as Shadow of a Doubt, I believe. So that's always kind of been there. And yeah, because of the integration of this really dark, goofy comedy, I was like, oh, this is like, if it's Hitchcock vibes and goofy, dark comedy, like, it's his Trouble with Harry, which, if you haven't seen that, check it out. Shirley MacLaine's film debut, really fun little movie. But the guy playing this this family man here is Lee Byung-hun, of course, from I Saw the Devil and Squid Game, and I think he's in one of those G.I. Joe movies or something.
I have a niece, and that's how I saw this movie. He is the big devil in K-pop Demon Hunters, the Netflix movie.
Is he? Oh, okay.
He's the big bad guy. He voices the big bad guy in it.
So, I mean, yeah, so this dude is massive
everywhere
in Korea. But, yeah, no, I really loved this movie. I really loved standing online, listening to a woman the next day who had just, like, completely missed it. Like, everything we said about, like, it's intentionally goofy to highlight the stupidity of, murder and violence and things like that. And this lady was just like, I just didn't understand why he was trying to kill people, and why was he just falling all over the place? He falls down a hill in the movie. I was like, wow, were you like in the bathroom for half of it? Like, whoa. Some of the things you hear online at a film festival, by the way.
More people need to fall down hills in movies in general. I love seeing a nice hill fall,
Hell yeah, dude. Get falling, get tumbling.
Why doesn't he just get another job? Why doesn't he get a better job? I don't understand. It's so easy to get a job. Anybody can. By the way, I have to go home to my second mansion.
Yeah, it was definitely getting vibes like that from this lady. But
because the movie's also a critique of capital, so it's of course someone snooty might not like it. Even though I do, even though I'm very snooty and smart.
Yes,
I got a pen.
Yeah, so even though he was just banished from the WGA because of that Robert Downey Jr. miniseries that he did, Park Chan-wook still directing great movies here, and this is it's coming out from Neon again, Christmas Day, limited, and then it's going to expand in January of next year. So they are going to be doing a massive push for international feature for this. I would be curious to see, because it's so similar in so many interesting ways, right? It's like you've got the violence factor, you've got the comedy, you've got the South Korea of it all, you have the capitalism critique. Like, will they try to push this as like a, successor to Parasite? Like, hey, all you Oscar nominators, right? You like Parasite, look at this one. Like, it would be cool to see this movie rise out of just the international feature category.
That's totally. Lots of similarities between this and Parasite, so I can definitely see him do that.
Yeah. So where are we here? We got one more before we're gonna take a quick break here, but we'll do the new one from Paul Greengrass. This one is called The Lost Bus. Look at Matthew McConaughey right there. He is the bus driver. This is, I think it's coming out, funny enough, like in theaters, maybe, like this Friday, limited. It's an Apple movie, so it'll be on the platform 10/3. This is based on true events of the The Paradise Fires in California back in 2018. Matthew McConaughey plays a down on his luck school bus driver who moves back to his hometown of Paradise for family stuff, takes a job as a bus driver. Wouldn't you know it, he's just a few weeks on the job when the fires break out, and he is tasked with picking up a group of kids from a school and bringing them to like the safety location. Winds up also taking a teacher with him, played by a really great America Ferrera, and it is just this intense journey down the mountain. We're driving around, hell itself outside. We did split on this one, Eric.
Yes,
I
it
liked
worked
it more
for
than you did. Yeah.
You really enjoyed it. You think it's one of the best of the year. I did not like it. I felt like I was trapped on the bus with these 20 screaming kids. That's a problem. I also think Greengrass's style, it's kinetic and interesting in an action movie, but here I was wanting to vomit in the theater with this one. It's just like, I was describing it as like the Blair Witch Project in a forest fire, which sounds way cooler than this actually is.
No, I mean, because
it's not for me.
What winds up happening with the Greengrass style and like the handheld docu approach or whatever is, you are trapped on this bus, and it just makes it so claustrophobic. Like you, are in this bus a good chunk of the movie. And so that it will be diminishing returns if, stylistically you can't kind of get on board with this. So I totally get that for sure. I think like in other Greengrass movies, I've sort of been like, oh, the style isn't working for me here. So I can totally see it not working other places. But I thought, man, this is the best I've seen McConaughey in a really long time, like possibly since Interstellar, maybe. Like I thought he was really into it. And America Ferrera too, really good, I think. And also the nice thing is you do get a little bit of an escape from being on the bus the whole time, because we have a cast of like first responders on the other side of it all, trying to figure out like, where's the bus, what's going on with the fires and everything. So you actually have a really great supporting role from Yul Vasquez as like the fire chief. And Yul Vasquez is like a great character actor. And just him in this movie, man, like he plays the guy who has to be like, we're not going to beat this fire. It's not a, putting out a fire mission anymore. It is like a rescue people and find the dead mission. And he's the dude that has to like weigh in on that. So he's really great. Also wanted to highlight Ashley Atkinson, great character actor. She's popped up in a bunch of things. I think she's on that Gilded Age show, maybe. She plays like the dispatch woman, Ruby, the dispatch lady who works for the bus company. And she is like really, really giving a performance here. She's the one who's got to like, the parents are all coming to her like, where's the bus driver? Where's the, what's going on? And she really kills it too. So overall, I think it's really good. It is unfortunate that it's so little time in theater, because I think this is a thing. If it works for you at all, it will work for you on a big screen. A little bit of a tougher sell on a television, I just have to say.
Yeah, I just wish we... So. I wish we knew more about those characters. I feel like America Ferrera, you don't really know much about at all. With McConaughey, it's just like, oh man, I got a kid that's yelling at me, and it's like the whole like, fuck you, Dad. I hate you, Dad. And then you go from that screaming to the bus screaming. And I just said, it was a terrible tragedy. Don't put me on the side of fire, okay? Don't put me on that side.
I was going to say, it's interesting that he returned, because his last movie, Paul Greengrass's last movie, was actually an abandonment of that style.
Really?
News of the World is not made like that. News of the World
that's the Tom Hanks movie, right?
Yes, it's a classic Western, or at least it's trying to be. But like, this is the first time he's done this since the July 22nd movie.
Yes, the
back in 2018
Norwegian.
The school shooting. Yeah,
yes,
kids.
Yeah. The thing, I totally get it too, right? Like, they are given a lot of like, and here's how I messed up my life, and you're kind of just like, all right, like I've heard this like pat speech from these characters. He's doing the whole like, I fucked up my life, man, and I got to come home, and I never got to apologize to my dad who died. So like he's doing that.
It's and like then, Dust Bowl Okie vibes.
And then she's doing like this. Oh, I've always been so scared to leave the town of Paradise. I've never traveled anywhere. If we get out of here, I'm going on vacation. And you're just like, all right, again, I kind of heard all this. Also, you're kind of just doing Sandra Bullock and Speed at this point. There is a little bit
Yes,
of
like
you
Speed.
got to drive the bus for a little bit.
But it's instead of speed, it's slow since they're in
Not
at a
speed.
traffic jam the entire time.
Yes. So yeah, do with that what you will. I feel like most people will stream it. I don't know what kind of like reach this theatrical is going to do. I think probably going to be pretty limited. So
Yeah.
10-3 might be the case for that. So take a quick break here. We got 5 more movies to give you our thoughts on. But first, just wanted to point out, as of right now, folks, as of the month of September, we've got a new Patreon tier that is alive, and it is called The Craven. It is a video-centric tier now. If you sign up for it, you do get all the audio stuff that we release, literally everything. But also you get these 2 new shows, the first of which is debuting tomorrow night on Patreon. That's right, We Hate Movies After Dark. Now, we've been talking about this for a little bit. This is a new show we're doing. It's basically an AMA style. We're just A-ing your Qs, you know what I mean? If you're familiar with our after-party Q&As from the old Moment shows that we've done, it's that, but for patrons.
Yes, we're shooting the breeze, having fun. You can direct the conversation more so than even on this on-screen live interface, because I will actually read it and pay attention to what you're saying. And it's going to be very exciting. And also, if you're not into the video stuff, that's okay too. There will be audio releases of this and that Scaredy Cats full episode as well.
Ooh,
That's
wow.
right. The other show that we are introducing, it's a new quarterly show that we're going to be putting out. It is a contemporary horror-centric show. It's called Scaredy Cats, and the first episode is going to be us covering Barbarian. So here's Felipe's amazing work. I don't know which one of us looks the worst, but might be a 4-way tie.
I think I
Full
look
house.
like I look now, pretty much.
That's just you getting out of a pool.
Exactly.
But yeah, this is a show where we're talking about horror movies 10 years old or younger, so a little more recently.
Yes.
A lot of the when we do the Halloween Spooktacular and some of our older WHM titles, those are like older horror movies in some cases. But this, it is all modern stuff, and it's like good modern stuff, okay modern stuff, dumb modern stuff. We're going to be covering it all. And the cool thing about this one too, at the end of each episode, we're going to give you 2 options, 2 movies to pick from. So you, the viewer, you, the Patreon supporter, get to participate in the curation of Scaredy Cats. So basically, there's going to be a poll that'll go up on Patreon, and you get to vote. Either we're talking about A or we're going to talk about B, and then, when the poll closes, we get to work on making that video. So these are quarterly over at patreon.com/WeHateMovies. We're stoked for it. I'm so stoked for After Dark tomorrow night. That's going to be a lot of fun. That's at 8 p.m. Eastern, by the way.
Yes.
Should
Yes.
say
Yeah,
that.
I can't wait to make half of the Barbarians episode me and Steve just yammering about how much we like weapons. But we will be talking to Barbarian too. We will be mostly a Barbarian episode, but there will be probably a little weapons talk, I imagine.
That's right. And should say also, just so people don't get it twisted, this is live, this We Hate
Yeah.
Movies After Dark. This is not. Scaredy Cats is not a live show. It is a
Damn.
pre-recorded thing that we will release.
It's like a late night talk show. It's live to tape.
Sure.
We're going to be taping it and we're going to be putting it out, and it will come out with audio as well simultaneously.
Eric will be dressed like that the whole time. he's
Well, that's the
recording,
thing is
so don't
with
worry
these
about
video
it.
stuff,
Right.
Chris. Some of us came out of their dark dungeons, and we're having a little fun. We add a little video element. People wanted to see the pretension because we went to a pretentious film festival.
Sure.
Here it is. I got my. This is all of my costume. Is just the ID badge. That's it. This is
Mine's
actually
the
how.
Serge.
It's I'm in a t-shirt that's sort of movie centric. I've got a silly hat on and my badge. That is how I looked at Toronto for a week.
This
So
is
that's-
how I looked. I had also
Oh,
spats
yes.
on my shoes.
Oh yes, you were looking. Everybody was like, "God, that guy's looking great."
And I was like, get away from me, peasant. I'm here for the film.
I don't know why you talk so
film
loudly on
me.
the cell phone all the time. I know that you do it to dominate the space, but I think it is a little rude, Eric. I do
Well.
think so.
Well, if you were, classy enough, you wouldn't find it rude.
I guess that's true, I guess.
We got to take some lessons in class, Chris. Then
Sure, of
we'll
course.
come back around. But yeah, patreon.com/WeHateMovies for all that information. To sign up for the new Craven tier. Yes, WHM After Dark tomorrow night live on Patreon. It's going to be about an hour. It'd
I
be great.
see this Mark fella's got a question right here. These episodes, the After Dark episodes, will be available live and afterwards, sort of like our on-screen live. You can go back to them and watch it, and then you can listen to it later. In like 24 hours after the live broadcast, we will be also adding an audio element. So if you want to listen to the audio version, you will be able to.
That's right. But just like I turn around the audio for OSL, it's not instantaneous, so yes, somewhere between 24 and 48 hours, we'll flip that bad boy over and release the audio of it as well if you can't listen to it, or if you want to just listen to it again in the car because you already watched it and loved it so much. Patreon.com/WeHateMovies. Check that all out. Okay, we got 5 more here from our adventure up in Canada here. We're going to get to one right now that I think is probably one of the more powerful things we caught at the fest. It's a new one from James Vanderbilt. It's called Nuremberg. And look at this Russell Crowe. Look at his frame here.
Yes.
Look at him.
Fat.
Yes.
He's so fat. It's
awesome.
great.
I think Mr. Crowe might win something on Hollywood's biggest night,
I think it's entirely
which is the
possible
Golden
this is-
Globes.
Oh, really?
This is the best he's
Oscars.
been in a really long time.
Yeah.
I mean, and like, he's been great in certain other ways. I'm talking like the Road Rage movie. I'm talking Pope's Exorcist. That's a one kind of Crow. This is the Russell Crowe that like Hollywood was introduced to. You know what I mean? Like, this is the Cinderella Man Crow. This is the Beautiful Mind Crow, Gladiator Crow.
I gotta say, I was worried because I was like, I haven't seen Fat Russell Crowe in a while. He kind of slimmed down a little bit for that Pope's Exorcist. I did not appreciate that. I'm gonna say though, when I saw him in this movie in all his glory, just letting it all out, I was slamming the wall, Goodfellas style, screaming, "Jimmy!"
Yes.
Jimmy!
It is so
That
good. You
shit
get
rules.
you get so much from Crow in this movie. You get Happy Crow, Bawdy Crow. You get Heart Attack Crow.
Of course.
There's a lot of great big fat guy dynamo moments.
Oh my God, he is quite the domino, the domino. He is a dynamo right here,
Yes,
of course,
yes.
playing Herman Goring, and he is so basically the movie is Rami Malek is an army psychiatrist who's brought in to evaluate this dude as they're trying to prepare the Nuremberg trials, right? He's tasked with not just talking with Goring, he's tasked with talking to all of the guys that they decided to try in this case and interview them, get to know them. So there's things that the prosecution can use to help them push this case. This was something that was never tried on the global stage like this. And the guy doing the trying, of course, the American Supreme Court Justice, played by what's his face, of course, Michael Shannon. Robert Jackson was the guy's name.
Yes.
Great. If you
Set
like
the whole thing
Michael,
off.
if you like Michael Shannon, you got a lot of him in this movie.
Oh yeah.
boy.
This is not like Michael Shannon breezes into your movie for one scene and you never see him again. Shannon is in this movie. Russell Crowe is in this movie. And I have to say, too, we have a lot of fun with him throughout our family of shows here. But I want to go on record as saying I think Rami Malek is very good in this movie. What he has to play, the character that he has to play feeds into what I think his sort of strongest mode is, which is like obsessive paranoia guy. That's why he was so perfect for Mr. Robot. So here he is in this movie where he's playing this guy who, yes, at first it's a job, like interview all these, Nazi heads of state and get all this information on them. And he becomes like obsessed with trying to psychoanalyze Goring and starts seeing all of these, things that he can kind of relate to with Goring's personality and like that obsessive, obsession destroying you personally and professionally. Yes. It's something that honestly, like Jamie Vanderbilt in his screenplays has done a bunch. Like Zodiac's doing that, and all the way into Fountain of Youth. That's still that obsession over something ruining your personal and professional life.
It's
in
truth.
That. Yeah,
it's in truth.
Oh, truth, definitely.
Even you could even say the Amazing Spider-Man. That is technically Peter Parker is technically an obsessive. Like it's there.
Yes, yeah. But this movie, Leo Woodall who plays this sergeant who is like tasked with
so fucking good
escorting, Rami's character in and out or whatever. I'd never seen this kid in anything. He was at 2 really well-regarded movies at the festival this year, and we did not see the other movie that he was in, Tuner, which our boys on the Sleazoids podcast said possibly one of the best movies of the festival. So keep your eye out for Leo in that as well. But this was my introduction to Leo Woodall, and I thought he absolutely killed it. It's like early like Michael Pitt vibes. Like he's just a really talented actor. You can see there's a lot of depth there. Really dug on him. And then for like the lightness of it all, you've got John Slattery playing, this
John Slattery doing the John Slattery thing. It's fantastic.
Yes.
You can put it on anything. Put it on a cracker. Put it on bread. It's beautiful every way you put it. I love that shit.
But I appreciate that the film has its moments of levity and also the moments of very somber. Obviously, we're dealing with a heavy subject matter. I'm glad it wasn't dour the entire time. And I saw some people online like criticizing this movie coming out right now, but I feel like it's best to come out right now, and it does sort of address that this could happen again in the future. So this is not an anti this or that. It's an anti-death movie, which is we need right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think I was seeing some like early responses on Letterboxd that I thought kind of just like wanted the wrong things out of the movie. Like they wanted a movie where every Nazi was like a mustache twirling cartoon character.
Exactly.
And like there's tons of those movies. You can go
everywhere.
get those movies, right? But like this is doing the banality of evil thing and the notion of, hey, before Hitler, these were just people, and how did we get from A to B, right? And that's what Vanderbilt is trying to analyze in the movie, and I think he does a great fucking job. So if you're going into it thinking it is going to be this cartoonish, jawohl, here we go. Like, it's not that. It is the banality of evil, man. It is, these were at one point people, and then they became these monsters, and how did that happen, and why, and what the fuck can we do to make sure it doesn't get that way again? And so, like, you got a great message, you got a really strong fucking script, you've got these amazing performances. Eric, I think you're right, man. Hollywood's biggest night.
Yes.
And another thing to sort of like push that a little further, it's Sony Pictures Classics. They, it's been a quiet couple of years for them, but like they know how to push a movie, and they've got something here that they know they have something here, right? They're releasing it 11/7, right in time for, awards consideration stuff. I will say, not crazy about the 11/7 wide, let's do a couple New York, LA weeks, and then see what you're going to do as far as.
I thought you meant wide as in Russell Crowe.
No.
No.
Wide release.
I thought you meant he was between 7 and 11 feet wide in this movie.
He got caught at a 7-Eleven.
I wonder though, because like at one point in the movie, like Rami as his doctor is like, you definitely have to lose weight or else you're going to keep having heart attacks like this one you just had. And you do there's a great Russell Crowe doing some push-ups. I think at the very beginning of the movie, it might be just the slightest bit pillow territory, or a little bit of a suit or something. Because in this, the shot that they're using here, like this is the very beginning of the movie. This is the first scene of the film. He gets out of this car. He's being instructed by American soldiers to stand down. He's going to be arrested. And he's just massive in this moment. And then the few scenes that follow.
That's all sausage weight. That shit, you can't hide that stuff. That stuff just pushes
trying.
out on the material every time.
Yeah, I've been trying.
I know, Eric. I know.
It's hide all this sausage
vile
weight.
Vile temptress, that sausage.
It's just the Wurst.
Oh, my God in heaven. Good for you, dude. So Nuremberg, directed by James Vanderbilt. Keep your eyes and ears open for that one.
One of the best.
November 7th. Okay, next one here. A dude directed this movie that, man, I am just beyond stoked that he still has the juice here. Gus Van Sant, his new one, Dead Man's Wire.
I was shocked by this one. I was shocked how good this was. I thought Gus Van Sant was a name I would see at the graveyard before again on the silver screen. And
never count the boy out.
he fucking rocked it, dude. This is a great movie, top to bottom. And Bill Skarsgård finally really clicking for me.
Knocked out of the park.
Yes.
Oh, Chris, you did see this?
Yeah, I saw this with guys.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, great. All right. So I was worried you hadn't. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
I saw this.
This. So I should say, at least from Gus's recent output, his work on that Feud, the Swans show with Truman Capote, I thought that was actually really fantastic. Probably one of the best of those of the Ryan Murphy television projects I've seen in its entirety. The best, or might be the best. Anyway, what was something wacky going on?
Yeah, I think we just had
there?
a flicker there.
Oh, weird.
I think we're being targeted.
Uh-oh. But anyway, so I'd seen that, but I think like his last like theatrical movie like 2012 or something?
It's been a while.
It was a while ago anyway.
The last one I remember is the Amazon Don't Worry, He Won't Get Far on Foot. That's the last one I remember
with Joaquin. Yes.
And I think that was him taking the like his more deconstructy feelings. That was taking it to its end. Like that was where I was like, you've gone too far. This doesn't really work with this kind of character. And I was so happy that he just goes back. And Josh was also talking about this drugstore cowboy to die for era, like good crime work, just focusing on action, performance, and dialogue. And he just nails it. This whole movie.
Don't Worry, He Won't Get Out on Foot was 2018. So that's not. Oh, I was thinking of because I didn't see Don't Worry. I didn't see the Suicide Forest movie. The last one of his
either.
I saw was Promised Land. That was 2012. Matt Damon is
solid
a
movie.
gas company salesman or something. But anyway, yes, this is a ripped from the headlines story. Well, headlines, 1970s headlines. Again, 1977. This is another movie, 1977 set. And this is, Bill Skarsgård plays a fella who was trying to make some real estate investments, and something happened with the mortgage company. The movie doesn't really tell you which side is the truth as to what happened to this guy, but thinking that he has been wronged by this company, takes the son of the company's owner hostage, and it's wackier and funnier than you think it sounds. But yes, he's got a dead man switch around this thing and a shotgun to the back of this dude's head for a large portion of the movie.
Yes, and the guy's dad is played by Al Pacino, who's like down in Florida on the phone. What's up? You're gonna kill my son? Okay.
Al Pacino playing a Skillex from the Dark Crystal, more or less.
Yes, yeah, definitely. I see.
Oh man, yeah. You know what, Chris? That's one of those things I'll call cruel but accurate.
Yeah.
It definitely is, and it is a dude. Our guy, our little Pacino, our little Pacino. He's sitting the entire movie. He's got like a fun like smoking jacket on for most of it.
Why would I give you the money? I wouldn't give you the money at all.
The character is supposed to be on vacation in Florida. I think Al was just on vacation wherever, and Gus sent a fucking quick tiny camera setup to his house. And it's only there, right, because it's kind of Van Sant winking at how this movie's a little Dog Day Afternoon. It's got some Dog Day vibes to it. So Pacino never is in a scene with any of these other people, but he is good for what he is in the movie. But there's also Dacre Montgomery, who was in Stranger Things, and he's an Australian actor. He's been around. Oh, I think he was in Letterboxd confirms he was in that terrible Power Rangers reboot, among other things. He's an interesting actor though, and he's really great as the son who's been held hostage. They got a really great like thinning hair wig on this guy because he's an incredibly handsome dude IRL, including the hair. And so this is like he's just playing this schlub rich kid who gets kidnapped, and like it's an interesting movie, man. You also have Coleman Domingo as like a radio personality. This takes place somewhere in Indiana. I don't know.
My favorite use of Coleman Domingo as a spice. I like him in the mix with a bunch of other actors. Sometimes when he's leading the show, I don't like him as much. But this, I was like loving him every scene he's in this movie.
I love where. Oh, go ahead, dude.
No, I was just gonna say I couldn't believe Cary Elwes is in. He's unrecognizable.
Dude,
He's
I
good.
didn't
He's
know
really good.
where Carrie Elways was in the movie until after the fact.
Same.
I watched that whole movie being like, who's this one guy who's like a funny cop character? And then it was like 4 hours later, I was looking at something. Because Carrie Elways was like on the carpet for the premiere of the movie in Toronto, and I was like, what's Carrie Elways doing there? Oh,
Yes,
Carrie
yes.
Elways was that guy? Holy
He's
shit.
got dark hair, like a salt and pepper beard. He looks you don't recognize him at all, and he nails it. He does a great
Yeah.
performance.
He's really, really great. So yeah, this movie, the first acquisition by this new company called Roquet Entertainment. I want to ask them about Roquet because Roquet is I believe, if I'm thinking about this right, one of like the back rows of some theaters here in New York, and I wonder if it's like a movie theater assigned seating thing that we've possibly named our company after, Eric.
Maybe.
But anyway, this was their first acquisition. If the reports are to be believed, something like a mid-seven figures deal. So like they paid decent money for this.
Not bad.
So this is their first movie out the gate. No release date just yet. I don't know if they're going to try to cram it into like a qualifier this year. I don't know if it necessarily has awards potential.
Maybe not, but
Bill.
I think it's one of my favorite of the year.
Yes.
It's
Oh no,
really,
most
really
definitely. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, so Roquet Entertainment. Very curious to see what all happens with those folks. But yes, also just very, very heartening to know that as far as feature films go, Gus Van Sant, he's still got the juice. Do not count this dude out. Look for this movie. Next one up, fun movie that Eric and I caught here. It's the new one from Alex Winter. It is called Adulthood. It stars Josh Gad, and I'll tell you right now, folks, I was just as surprised.
It blew me away.
As
Yes.
you out here. Eric and I both found Josh Gad to be actually really good in this movie.
Yes, I couldn't believe it. I know I've not been Gad-pilled like a lot of other people. I was always not as into the Gad, but this, he was good. He was fun. He was affable.
Yeah.
He jived with the material. I think Alex Winter delivered a nice little kind of comedy, neo-noirish type of movie, kind of like a Coen Brothers type of thing.
Yeah, it's got a nice mix of like a Coen Brothers or sort of like a EC Comics, Alfred Hitchcock Presents, like normal people getting themselves in a real deal bit of trouble here. And yeah, it's Gad and Kaya Scodelario, who I didn't watch any of those. I think she's a Maze Runner person.
Yes.
So I haven't seen any of those. She's in one of the Pirates movies, so I know I've seen her in at least something.
She's also, I think, the star of Crawl, the alligator movie.
Which I still got to see that.
Oh, really?
man.
I
Fun
saw that in the
movie.
theater. I loved that movie.
Yeah, so this was, I think, my first time really seeing her in anything. She's really great. So they play brother and sister, and this it's not a spoiler because it's the inciting incident of the movie and what it's all about, but what kicks things off, this wild, grim ride that they go on is their mother has a stroke and needs to go to a hospital, and so Josh Gad plays a struggling TV writer who flies back from Los Angeles to meet his sister who still lives in the town. And it's what are we going to do? End of life care for mom, yada, yada. Oh, and the house is falling apart. We're going to have to sell it. And oh, what's this? What's behind this leaky wall? Oh, a fucking wrapped up corpse. And so the movie goes from there. And it's such a nice, it's a simple idea, and it's just allowed to breathe and go places. You've got a really great Anthony Carrigan. He's playing like their fucking weirdo cousin who lives on the outskirts of town.
Yeah, he's great.
You got him. You got Billy Lord playing like the antagonist. She's sort of becomes like a blackmail character to them. And she's really great. I've never seen her playing like a nefarious character like this. She always plays like the happy drunk friend or, the silly character or whatever. And this is like, she's getting a little nasty in this movie. And I was there for it. I was like, you're doing a really great job. And Winter himself has a small, tiny role in the movie. So it's cool to see him. All of a sudden, he's just like hobbling through the frame, playing like a neighborhood guy. And I was like, oh, there's Alex too. It's really, really fun. And it's being put out by Republic Pictures, which is Paramount's using this tiny shingle again for some
They're
reason.
still
which is,
alive?
dude, it's back. I've seen this logo on a couple things over the
Jesus.
recent years. Yeah, and so this is a weird. It's limited this Friday, and then it's going to go on VOD on 9/23. I would imagine the theatrical release reach of this is not going to be much. So,
Sure.
look for this on PVOD. It's a great way to, just have some fun with a movie. You know what I mean? It is that Alfred Hitchcock presents, again, more like grim humor. It is, that's the other thing. It is very funny.
Yeah, like No Other Choice. It's like a comedy of errors.
Yes. Yeah. And why it is, stupid to kill people. But yeah, it was a totally pleasant surprise. I just wanted to see it because I, love Alex Winter and wanted to support him, and I was pleasantly surprised at how much it totally rocked. So yeah, definitely some of the most fun we had. Speaking of fun, I think this one was a little bit more of a split. The new one from Ben Wheatley, of course, it's called Normal. You got Mr. Bob Odenkirk here playing a sheriff named Ulysses, who he's like substitute sheriff. Like their sheriff has died in this town, and he is playing a guy who just comes in to be the temporary guy until a new one's elected. And wouldn't you know it, while he's there for this temporary gig, some weird shit starts going down in this town.
I think it's better than Free Fire, but it's sort of that ilk where like it's kind of just super okay, and it's all set up for these gun battles, which are fine and fun, and there's good stuff here, but at the same time, it feels like it doesn't really need to exist. I don't know.
Yeah,
A little bland.
I will say, like, it's I think if you look at it just on its face, because the sequel also just came out, like, you could look at this movie and think it's like a nobody situation where he's doing like fake John Wick stuff, and also the writer of this movie is a co-writer on, I think, the first John Wick or something. So like, you would be within your right to make that assumption and then not get as excited for this movie as you might be. But like, it's not that. It's not this like, you just woke up the sleeping giant, here comes the Baba Yaga. Like, it's not that. It's like, he is just literally a normal guy in this normal Minnesota, I think is where he's.
Yes.
But he's literally just a schlub dude who is filling in the sheriff role, and then like the shit hits the fan in the town. And he's
of course great in it. I mean, Bob Odenkirk's always a delightful presence. Even in Nobody, I thought he was a delightful presence. So.
Is he a bigger or lesser asshole than he is in The Bear?
He's less of an asshole.
Okay, that's good.
He's like a genuinely good person in this
Okay.
movie.
That's good to hear.
But yeah, I mean, Eric, I think to your point, it is just like, okay, like we're setting everything up. It's kind of like the whole movie is just pulling back on like a bow and arrow, and then like when it lets it go and the shit hits the fan, you're like, hell yeah. But there's not much to it aside from just pulling something back. You know what I mean? There's not. It's not a robust tapestry that we're thrown into. It's got vibes. Yeah, you mentioned Coen's. It is very much like Fargo. It's like got Assault on Precinct 13 vibes. And then in an interesting turn, I think it does have some Hot Fuzz vibes.
Yes, yeah.
So like there's things in there going around. I've never been a huge Ben Wheatley guy. I still think he's never topped Kill List. But I keep watching his stuff because I do want to just check in. Maybe this one's for me. In the Earth, I think, is another really good one.
That's the thing. In the Earth is the last one of his I think was really good and still had that weirdness.
I think that was his most recent movie, right?
That's 2020. No, because he did Rebecca remake.
Oh, yes, I forgot about that.
One, maybe both of those Meg movies.
I think he just did the second one. You're totally right.
He just did the second one. And I just think we're losing the weirdness, and that's what was great about Ben Wheatley was the weirdness. In the Earth is a weird movie. Down Terrace is a weird movie. Kill List is fantastic, but also incredibly weird movie. And that's I feel like we're losing more and more of that as we go on with him.
Yeah, because Free Fire is not weird. High Rise is weird.
Oh, that's close. That's close.
It didn't super work for me, but actually Sightseers, I don't think is a particularly weird movie. Like
I think that's the last great movie he put.
It's a good movie, but it is kind of a little more straightforward and digestible. Yes. But so that is why I like to check in whenever Ben Wheatley has a movie, because I've never outright hated anything. It's just like his stuff just hasn't really worked for me, and this is kind of like, a little bit it worked. But this is oddly. No U.S. distribution, no release plans as of yesterday when I put all the pre-show stuff together. Someone will pick this up. It's probably, this is like an IFC kind of deal. A24 has handled his stuff in the past. Who knows? Maybe Netflix will pick it up. He's got a relationship with them. So who knows? But not the run out and see it kind of a deal. But there's good gun kata action. So that kind of stuff. Very surface level. All right, the last one. I feel it's going to be one of the big movies people are talking about at the end of the year here. But yeah, it's the new one from Benny Safdie. It is The Smashing Machine. Here we go. We've got DJ in a RM real movie.
I think he's winning it.
You think so?
I think they want to give him this award, and this would be the obvious movie to give him this award for. It just makes total sense on every level. Of course, we don't know. There's a whole fucking 4 months left to go with what movies we've got coming up, but it feels like that kind of performance. It feels like that kind of movie.
And he's actually good. He's actually good in it.
Really good, dude.
I missed
really
it. So
good.
Yes, please. Oh, so he's very good.
Yeah,
it was shocking how good he is. Especially, Josh Lewis after the movie had pointed me to the John Hyams doc with the same name that I watched right afterwards, and it certainly informs a lot of that. Because the thing I wasn't sure about was I was like, he's a little too much of a gentle giant. There's no way he is this cuddly and all this for a guy who does this. And you watch the doc, and if anything, he's kind of underplaying it.
Is that
the guy
right?
Was the biggest softie in the world.
That's
just
amazing.
The nicest, cutest guy you've ever seen. And of course, part of that is the packaging of the doc, but it is when he does some. Hyams is highlighting similar ideas as Safdie is as the collision of insane violence with this character of complete control and sweetness and trying to have a domestic routine when your entire life is about dominating and destroying your fellow men, other guys.
Yeah, and
it's quite something.
It's really he is transformative, man. As much as you can look at this shot and it's that's DJ, you can kind of tell. He's not there. It's not The Rock. It is Mark Kerr. It's not Dwayne Johnson. It's Mark Kerr. He, and we've wanted this so long for him. I feel like we've been saying for years, get him with the right guy and it could happen. It has happened with Benny Safdie and this movie. And props also to Emily Blunt. I saw some people, and you want to make this argument, fine. She's a little underdeveloped, whatever. I didn't think so. I think she's fantastic in the movie. As far as playing a person who is stuck fucking putting up with this and this kind of lifestyle and not just him as a person and what that does to you, but also just the travel and because remember, this is about the early days of UFC type stuff where it was still against the law in a lot of the United States. These dudes are going to Japan every few months to do these fucking fights and stuff. So the absence that way too. So there's just so much that she has to juggle. And I mean, there's just this one scene. I mean, there's a movement in this movie that I was oh, this is about to take a dark turn. And it's it's a Safdie production, and you never know with those guys. I certainly didn't see the end of Uncut Gems coming. So there was a moment where I was literally my fucking heart just went in my throat. And because it's just she's so goddamn good and convincing in the movie.
That's I think exactly I do think there is a certain level of symbolism to this of the movie is about getting used to failure. It is about being able to learn from failure and being able to accept failure as something bigger than winning as not just this high you get, but as a thing you work towards no matter what. And I think that has certainly something to do with what DJ's been doing for the last couple of years with the way the PR for Black Adam came out and how he looked very insecure about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But what the scene you're talking about, when she's in that, it's a really heated domestic scene and she starts screaming I'm nothing to you. And I'm well, that's also the character. The character is nothing in comparison to him because he takes over everything. There's at least they are playing with the ideas and putting it into the drama, and it gives the drama more weight. And I think Benny, he just does such a great job with direction. The one thing I love the most is throughout the movie, they're playing these huge, big ballads that, Rod Stewart, Rhythm of My Heart, some version of My Way. But he ends the movie with Cleaners from Venus. And if you haven't heard of these guys, they're fantastic. Go look at them now. It's a song called Corridor of Dreams. It's a really beautiful song. But it is, to me, that difference of like, are you the big star who's doing the big performance? Or are you these lifers who are just doing this thing because they're good at it, they like it, and it pays? And like, there is, I think it's, to me, it is Ben Safdie saying, I just like doing this. Like, I'm just going to keep working like this. He has Dwayne Johnson already signed on for his next movie, Lizard Music, which sounds fantastic.
Dude, we were talking about what that movie is about, and I was like, yep. Yeah, I'll watch that.
Oh, 100% sign me up.
It's an alligator playing the piano? No?
Closer than you think.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you're kind of joking, man, but the way that book was described to me, sort of. To answer your question, sort of.
That sounds awesome. I'm in.
I can't say enough good things about it. I think a lot of people are coming out like, it's fine, which is okay. But this will be one of the tops for me, and I will be rooting for DJ this whole award season, because damn it. Yeah. I mean, the man deserves it. And like, if you look, just watch it. I don't know if you mentioned this, Chris, sorry, but like him in the press conference videos at like first at Venice and now with the stuff in Toronto, just like hearing him talk about this and like why he wanted it and what it means to him. And then also having like Emily Blunt, saying like how she was the one that was like, you got to do this. Like, you can do this. This is how you can do this. You know what I mean? So I think also it's really great that she was cast, right? Because they were in like the Jungle Cruise.
They have a close
together.
Relationship in general.
Yes, exactly. Like, they're legitimate buds. And I think when you're going into something like this where it's like all eyes are on DJ, like, here's your moment, wrestler turned actor, impress us. Like, you're doing a different thing. It's got to be so freaking nerve-wracking. And you get to do it with a friend of yours along the way. I think that maybe helped him quite a bit. So smart on the casting department, on Safdie for making that come together as well. Because, like, she clearly is helping him along and making him feel comfortable. So see this. It's October 3rd wide. So just a few weeks from now, you're not going to want to miss it. In from the chat, as we close out here, our good bud Felipe coming in with the comments to let me know. So Kleber Mendonça Filho is how you say his name. So Kleber Mendonça Filho. There you go. And he made a great movie called Secret Agent. But that, folks, is going to put a cap on most of what we saw at TIFF. There's some other stuff that we left out, things maybe not as interesting or whatever. So this was 10 of the best things we saw. Keep your eyes peeled, your eyes and ears peeled. So not next Monday, but the Monday after. On Screen Live is returning, and it will be our coverage of some things we've seen that will be at the New York Film Festival. So that's going to be going on as well. But hey, busy week here. Like we mentioned already, tomorrow night, do not forget, We Hate Movies After Dark, the premiere episode kicking off at 8 p.m. Eastern on patreon.com/We Hate Movies. Again, it's our AMA-style chat show. We're just going to be in there moving and grooving, baby. Answering your questions, hanging out. It's going to be a lot of fun. Earlier in that day, so tomorrow, of course, We Hate Movies, the podcast, will be dropping, as always. Season 16 just getting underway. We're coming in hot with a fun one all about The Conjuring. Of course, the most recent of those movies released last weekend, and they promptly announced a television show right after it did so well at the box office. Funny how that works. Great episode. We're talking it's mainly focused on The Conjuring, but we do dip into some of that whole franchise world. So there's some Annabelle talk, there's Conjuring 2 and 3 talk, so you're definitely not going to want to miss that. And of course on the Patreon at the $8 tier and up, you can get that sucker ad-free. The week continues. So busy around here, y'all. We got tons of new shows. Thursday on the Patreon, of course, our September edition of our cartoon recap show, Animation Damnation, drops. We're talking about finally getting around to talking about Tiny Toons.
Yes. Oh, and this graphic is a great selection, Andrew. That is a depiction of Roseanne Barr being fat-shamed by our Tiny Toons.
By Plucky.
That's right. That's right. Yes, we were covering the episode Hollywood Plucky, where Plucky and Hampton go to Hollywood to try to sell a script about Plucky's life, and it's a bombardment of celebrity cameos, including, yes, 2 separate jabs at Roseanne Barr, which is very funny. And then Friday, we are heading into the weekend, grooving into the weekend with our Star Wars side show.
That's right.
My goodness, the Glebe Glossary, Eric.
Yes, we will be talking about Gavin Darklighter, a character you have not heard of, but honestly, I think this might be one of my favorite Gleeps we've done. I thought it was
right?
a lot. It was a great episode, a lot of fun, great energy, and we Gavined it up.
we Gavined it up indeed. He's got a cousin named Huff, which we thought was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Question from the chat: guess he's related to Biggs Darklighter? Correct. I believe it's his nephew or cousin or something. Listen to the episode. I will remember in there.
Yeah, it's in there.
Surprise. So quick, 2 things from the chat that I just wanted to point out before we get going. One, John Cara in the chat asks, are non-specials, I guess he means us, allowed to attend the New York Film Festival? I'd like to go. Yeah, buddy. You can go right now to filmlink.org. You can buy tickets.
You got to put on your ascot to get in, though. Of course.
Yeah, there'll definitely be a lot of people there dressed like an asshole. Don't worry about it, John. But you can go. Yeah, there's public tickets. They're on sale right now. You can go. Just go to Film at Lincoln Center's website. I believe it's filmlink.org. Tickets for on sale. They go fast, especially for shit with Q&As. So look it over.
I will say, Rush tickets it pays off very regularly if you hit the Rush line.
Yeah. And the other thing, just close out with a final question here to sort of explain why. Neff says, surprised the guys didn't hit up the Criterion Closet. I got 3 copies of the RoboCop Laserdisc. I don't know if that last part's a joke, but I'll say the reason why we didn't hit up the Criterion Closet is because we didn't have fucking 8 hours to wait on a line. How that works, y'all, is people sign up. Like, you line up early in the morning to get online for this thing, and they only have so much product, and they only let so many people in. So, like, you wait online for hours to get in. And, yeah, it's cool. You get your photo, and you get 40% off a Blu-ray. Great, but I'm not wasting my day doing that. And also, if you wait all that time and then you get fucking shut out, friend, you just flushed a whole day down the toilet.
That awful. Invite me to the real one. The real one.
Yeah, then
the
I will go.
Real one.
The one in the office. The one in the office.
Yes.
That's the one I want to go to.
Neth confirms that, yes, they were joking about the Laserdisc. But just to answer the question all the same, we would have. We would have been at the Criterion Closet at South by, too. But again, I got movies to see, baby. I got food to eat. I got people to see. I can't be waiting around on lines to get a fucking photograph, picking up a DVD. It would be cool to go to the real one. And I was saying, yes, like, that's when we should go. When we maybe are blessed someday to get the invite to the real bricks and mortars one, and not just literally standing on the back of a truck buying discount DVDs, which is essentially what that is. But anyway, it was a super fun time in Toronto. Again, it is an amazing city, an amazing place to be, amazing people. We had an absolute blast. We'll see if we cover it next year. There's some other things floating around that we may do instead, but also normals can go see stuff at TIFF as well. So next year, if you're in the mood and you're in the Toronto area, go check it out. It's fun as hell. But that is going to do it for this special on-screen live edition of our TIFF coverage, or I guess a special TIFF coverage edition of On Screen Live. That's how it should have worked. Anyway, it's clearly time for some more afternoon coffee. And again, not next Monday, but the Monday after, we'll be back here with some stuff we've seen at the New York Film Festival. But until then, I have been Andrew Jupin.
Eric Siska.
Chris Gabin.
Have a good week, y'all. Bye-bye.